another bit of a different little intro. We're going to be heading over to Chris's and seeing what footage he's got for the Viva. We are due a video, so we're going to go over there, collect what he's got, piece it together, and hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Last time we cut in on this, there was still quite a bit to do, but Chris really has moved along with it. As you can see now, all the discs have been refitted, and he's got quite a lot of other bits that are back on there now. He hasn't nipped these up yet. It does need to go back on the car first with the wheel and the weight on it, and he can keep checking because he doesn't want to do the wheel bearing up too tight or too loose. So that is a bit that he's got to do on the car. You will see here that he's got a little clock, and so many of you said that you could see the clock previously in other videos, and it really does show on the videos and shows how long the time lapse really does take. So Chris did pop that in there. It was his idea, and hopefully that does come out in the video. You can see now he has fitted new engine mounts. The brackets for the steering rack are in there. He's got the steering rack on the table here, and he's just piecing that back together. All the new bushes are in. He does just need to lock off the drumsticks on the end, or the rack ends, whatever you'd like to call them. So he really is moving along with this. I think shock absorbers left to go on. Anything else to go on here, Chris? Oh, the leaf spring. He's put that all back together, but can't put it on yet because he is waiting for new bushes to go in it, and they are on their way. For those of you that have been missing this build, here's some of the other parts. They haven't been painted yet, the air filter covers. He's had 5 wheels done, the sump, rocker box cover. There's the other sump there, rocker, all the covers, all the bits and pieces. Everything is really looking like new. As usual, please drop your comments in the comment section down below and let us know what you think of that. I keep saying to Chris, it looks like a work of art in itself. Get a bigger board on the bottom, fit the engine, and I could just sit there and look at that all day. It really does look incredible. Chris has been really busy, so we're going to go into the other room and look at some other stuff. So as usual guys, please do remember, Chris is doing this at the weekends on popping up and just piecing it together as and when I can. And I do hope, as usual, it's coming out okay. So in that little piece of time lapse, you would have seen, instead of me putting captions in, I'm going to try and explain. Chris removed that oil pump and pickup. He then moved on and removed the big ends. And the new ones are sitting here, I can see, waiting. He then removed, obviously, the con rods and the pistons. And again, he's got all the new piston rings there. So he's got it all laid out on the table, all lovely. So he knows where everything come from, what cylinder it come from. And pretty much, it does make it a lot easier when it's putting it back together. He then removed that camshaft. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. And all of this is yet to be cleaned. In that little second piece there, you would have seen Chris remove the crankshaft. And this is a free bearing crank. You've got the mains there and the seal. He's left the old one laying down there. And of course, he's got that nice brand new old stock one. Also, he removed in that bit the core plugs. He actually said they're not too bad, and they're not rotten. You can see they're still That's just surface rust on there. So he bought new ones anyway, so he's getting those swapped out. You would have also seen in that little piece of time lapse there that he actually cleaned all of the original block up inside and out and got it immaculate. We're now going to move on to the next stage. I've just watched that back and I actually really enjoyed it, so I do hope that you guys do. There is the block all painted. You would have seen Chris with that glaze buster in all of the cylinders, honing them out, and they're all like new in there. He has greased up those cylinders and laid that paper towel on the top just to stop any dust getting in there, and he will be cleaning that all out again. But look how nice that does look. It really is gonna look beautiful. I can't wait to see it all back together, and I think in the next video the head should be arriving back so we can make some progress on that. But what do you think, guys? I'm very, very impressed. So another cracking video on the Viva engine, and it really is, it's nice now because Chris is actually running out of bits, which is good for him because that means that nothing else is going to need doing. It really has gone the extra mile with it. And I will say it again because I've said it in previous videos and it's so hard to believe. This has been so inexpensive to do. It's Chris's time, but the time is not money in this case because it's a labour of love. It's something that he's going to be keeping and he's doing it for himself. But the bits for it have been so cheap, and it's been really, really nice that he has been able to find 99% of the parts. There's a couple of little parts he's struggling with, but eventually I'm sure they'll come through the door. I want to thank everybody for the support on this build. Again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for those of you that have been following it, are really, really enjoying it, and you do always ask after it and ask questions about it. So that is going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Follow us on Instagram throughout the day for the little sneak peeks at Salvage Rebuilds. Like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.